Hey guys, this is going to be part 1 of 2 of the new ceiling fan that I got today. I got this fan not necessarily off of Craigslist. Actually, I got it from the same people who I got the hugger from. It was her mom. They were replacing this fan. This fan was in their kitchen and they decided to get a new one, so they gave me the old one because she had told them that I collected fans, I guess. Yeah. The reason why this fan is on my floor is because I got all the pieces except for the most crucial piece, the mounting plate. Luckily, I texted the lady and I said, I think you forgot to give me the mounting plate, which is the most important part. So she said, oh yeah, but I'll install the new fan and then I'll let you have it. So hopefully I'll get it within the next week, maybe the week after that, because I'm going to North Carolina this weekend. And then I have exams the week after that, so I might not be able to make part 2 for a very long time. But I guess we'll just have to deal with it being floor tested for now. Anyway, back to the video, or back to the fan. This is my Codep Stratoline, also known as EM series, 52-inch ceiling fan. And it was made, not quite sure when, I'm guessing the mid to late 80s, or maybe even the early 80s, I don't know when. This fan is a copy of Hunter's Comfort Breeze that they had. So it might have come after the Coastal Breeze, or Comfort Breeze. It may have come before, or may have come while they were making the Comfort Breeze. I don't know. There is no date on it. Anyway, this fan features polished brass finish and a 5-way light kit, as well as stencil blades. The stencil blades are reversible from stencil to plain wood. I was a little bit disappointed about that because on the Facebook ceiling fan group, someone had posted that they had posted on Craigslist. One of these had come up on Craigslist near them, and they had posted that, and it showed reversible stencil and tight weave cane. And I thought, oh, that's cool, reversible stencil cane. I've never seen that before, so I was excited to get this. And then I get in and I find out the blades are just plain on the other side. So I was a little bit disappointed about that, but I still like it. It's still a cool one. And at least I got stencil. At least I didn't get plain on both sides. So yeah. Anyway, I'll show you the light kit right now. Yeah, there's the 5-way light kit. And I've certainly got quite the variety of light bulbs in it. I've got a CFL in the middle. I've got 2 old incandescents on these 2. And then on these 2 I've got incandescent mocking halogens. So I'll turn that off. And as you can see, it is 4 tulip shades on the outside and 1 oval globe on the inside. They are all frosted. I like this light kit a lot. I actually didn't think I'd like it, but I do like it. So we stop that. Yeah. Now this fan is a flush mount model, which is another difference between this one and the Comfort Breeze. It's a flush mount, not necessarily direct canopy flush mount, but here's the canopy. I did get the canopy. I was glad about that. And here's what it is a 2-piece canopy. I'm not sure if you'd call this the canopy or the trim ring, but I don't know. I'm not sure which is which, actually, but this piece is what could either be called the canopy or the trim ring because it's what has the screw holes in it, but it's also what goes on the outside. This piece doesn't have any screw holes in it, and it kind of just fits in there as a sort of a decoration. It doesn't really serve any purpose other than being decorative. You could alternatively just put this piece up there and it would look fine, so I don't know. This piece was probably just an add-on. But yeah, that's what it would look like. Like that. I do like it. It does have some paint on it, but I can easily get that off with some brass tarnish remover. That really, darn it, the tarnish remover removes paint really well, surprisingly. So I'm going to set this up here. I'm going to put it up there because I put it on the floor before and I kept tripping over it and scaring myself. So I'm just going to keep it up there. Anyway, this fan features a cast spinner motor which is different from the Comfort Breeze, which actually that's not very different. The original Comfort Breezes did have stack motors, and the later ones, they kind of changed their minds, and the later ones had spinner motors. And I'm not sure if they had cast spinner motors or not. Cast spinner motors or stamped spinner motors, not sure about that. I'm guessing they had stamped, because that's when Hunter was starting to cheapen their lineup, I think. But yeah, this one does have the classic Codep cast spinner motor. It's a very heavy-duty motor, very big, and it's very quiet as well, which is surprising considering that spinner motors generally are pretty noisy, noisier than stack motors at least. Another thing is that the ones with the Comfort Breezes that had stack motors had C blade arms, and then the later ones with the spinner motors I think had crescent blade arms. Not sure about that, but that isn't necessarily that different from these. The switch housing is also a big difference. This is very different switch housing than the Comfort Breeze would have. The Comfort Breeze would have the typical cylindrical switch housing, kind of like on the original, like that, except it wouldn't be stepped. It would be just a cylinder like that with a flat squared off and the little circle that goes on there that says Hunter. This one has the typical import chunky switch housing with the dome shape up here that comes off, and it's a very thick and not very tall cylinder at the bottom. It doesn't go that far up to the motor. Yeah. Another thing that's wrong with it is that the switch housing is a little wobbly and loose. I'm not sure how to fix that. I did open it up and find that there was a snap ring down in there and a threaded stud, or what looked like a threaded stud, so I'm not sure how to fix that. I'm not sure if I can fix it, and if I did, I'm not sure if it would stay fixed. So, yeah. I tried twisting it and everything, it just doesn't want to stay. So it's still wobbly. I've twisted it all the way and it's still very wobbly, so yeah. That's a little bit better if I twist it that way. Anyway, there's the pull chain for the fan on this side, and there's the pull chain for the light right here. It did come with this pull chain extension, which isn't very long. I'm not sure if I would call it an extension because it's not long at all. I'm not sure if this is the original. It's got this weird, like, clamp-on thing. It looks almost like a fish, but it's not. Hang on, let me see if I can get a good view of it. It's a little bit better. It looks almost like, not quite sure what it is, but it's definitely, not sure if it's original of the fan or not. I've never really seen a Codep pull chain extension. I don't know if Codep made their own pull chain extensions or not. Maybe they just supplied their fans with those, or the typical wood pendants that you usually see. And then right here on the other side is the reverse switch, which is right here, and it's just your typical up and down reverse switch. But one thing that's interesting is that right next to it, right here, it says reverse. I mean, it's upside down, but it says reverse. So I just found that was kind of interesting because that's something you don't normally see on ceiling fans. That it says the reverse switch is labeled. I mean, I think they have that in, like, on Canadian fans, but not on, like, American fans or import American fans even. I think maybe some Casablancas had that reverse labeling, but I'm not sure. I think I remember in an open house seeing a Zephyr that had the reverse switch labeled, but I don't know. Anyway, what else? Okay, let me take the fan and put it on my bed so I can show you the reason why I cannot mount this fan on my testing mount. I'm going to turn it over and put it on my bed so that I don't break the glass, and hopefully my phone won't fall off my dresser because it is plugged in. Because my last take of this video, my phone died and stopped the video. So, okay, great. So here's the back. As you can see, the back looks very similar to the Comfort Breeze, with this sort of top part raised. That would be how they would get the stack motor to fit in there. And that's also why I think there's vents on the top. It does look very much like a stack motor fan from the top, actually. Looks like almost like an Emerson 1839, or actually just any sort of Emerson. But nope. You can see a spinner in there. It's kind of, yeah, there. You can see it is pretty big. It goes all the way to about here. Anyway, this is the reason why I cannot mount it. I cannot use a down rod and ball and socket to mount it because of this square fitting here, this square hanger right here. This would fit ideally into the square receiver or square notch on the original mounting bracket, and that would support the fan. Then you'd take your canopy and just tighten it directly up, because you can see it fits perfectly on there. So ideally, this is what it would look like when it was mounted. Kind of something like that, I guess. However, I don't have the mounting bracket, so that the down rod would not fit over that. And this is permanently on here, like you can't take this piece off. It's like welded onto the top motor collar. So, I also can't direct canopy flush mount it because these three screws here, they are farther apart than today's system. Like today's Harbor Breeze and Hampton Bay and Hunter direct canopy flush mounting systems, the screws are closer together. So, the other thing I really like about it is the rubber isolation system that it has. There's like these rubber grommets around each of these screws. This one I broke this one accidentally a little bit, but nonetheless, it is a very cool system. I guess it's to keep the vibrations in the motor and keep it from resonating up your ceiling and causing your house to vibrate and whatever. Anyway, right here is the labeling. And here is the main label right here. And it says Codep International Incorporated, Houston, Texas. That's where this fan was made, I'm guessing. Well, no, not true. It's an import, but that's where the company was based. Fine ceiling fans. And then right there, if I could ever get this thing to focus. I cannot get this thing to focus ever. Like, I need to get a real camera. Okay, right there it says 120 volts, 60 hertz, 75 watts, 0.75 amps, EM series, made in Taiwan. And then on this side it says, warning, all fan blades should be installed at a distance no lower than 7 feet above the floor. 52 inches right there, and then there's the UL listing sticker. Right here, model 2300, and then 2360. I'm not sure what the 2360 is for. That might be part of the model number, but I don't think so. I think it's just 2300. That could be the serial number, though, because I didn't see a serial number on here. But another thing interesting is that all the blades have these stickers on them. They all have this. It's a sticker, and it says, well, first of all, it has the Codep logo right here. And it says made in Taiwan and some Chinese word or something, I can't even tell. And then right there it says 234.5. And I'm not sure what that number is for. It might be the serial number, but then why wouldn't they put it on the top of the motor? It might be the production number of the blades. I mean, it's certainly not the price, because no one in their right mind would sell ceiling fan blades for $234.50. Unless they were really desperate. But anyway, let's go ahead and... Oh, another thing I did was I polished the top of the motor. It was very dirty and dusty and highly tarnished when I got it. I polished it up and it looks very shiny now. It's not 100% perfect, but at least it looks nice. I mean, I know no one's ever going to see the top of the motor, but still. At least I know it's polished. So now I'm going to put my phone on my dresser, and I'm going to put the fan back on. Okay, you just fell there. Sorry about that. Okay. I'll get this back on here. And Now. Okay, now. So, is there anything else? Oh, yeah, the felt vent holes, the felt on the vent holes. I had to glue that back up there because it had fallen off at one point. It was rubbing against the motor, causing a weird rubbing noise that sounded like bearing noise, but it wasn't bearing noise because this fan has great bearings for some reason. So I did glue that back up there, and the felt has faded from, it was originally black, it's faded to tan, because in the holes, like, underneath here it's black, but it's on the holes it's tan, so I just thought that was kind of interesting. Another thing is that when I first powered it up, I powered it up without the blades on, powered the motor, and it acted kind of weird. It acted like it had a bad capacitor, like you could spin it one way and the other way. And then I had flipped the reverse switch a few times, and then all of a sudden it started spinning in reverse really fast. So I thought, oh, I fixed it. I flipped it back to forward, and nothing happened. So then it kept working on reverse. I flipped it back to reverse, and it worked. And then I kept flipping it to forward, and nothing happened. So then I decided to give it a rest and put the light globes on and the light bulbs in. And then I tried it again, and then flip the reverse switch a few times, and all of a sudden it starts working on forward. So, and then ever since then it's worked fine. So I don't know what that was. Maybe it just needs to be woken up or something. Maybe it needs to warm. I don't know. But the only important part is that it's working now. So while it is still working, take advantage of this moment and start it up on high. It also hums a bit. Makes a nice humming sound, as you can hear. And it's on high speed right now. The switch housing and light kit is a little wobbly, as I did mention before, but it is wobbling a little bit. It's blowing a lot of air here. Let's see. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, God. My phone charger. Oh, no. This is not good. Hang on a minute. This might... What's going on here? Is it working in reverse? I can't believe I said... Okay, there we go. Okay. I don't know what happened there, but it's working now. I should not have told the story of how it was broken, because I think I just cursed it or something. Okay, so there it is on high. That seems a little bit faster than it was before. Oh no. It's blowing a lot of air here. Now... Okay, now I'm going to turn the light kit on without getting my phone wire caught in the blade again. Turn the light on. There it is with the light on and the fan on. The sound that you're hearing, that clicking sound, is just the styrofoam moving and rubbing. Let me see if I can adjust it so that it doesn't do that. That's a little bit better. Okay, turn it down to medium. It's going to be a nice long video. It's going to take hours to upload, no doubt. So, turn the light off now. Okay, there's medium. And now, down to low. Low goes nice and slow on this fan. I know most people like slow lows. I don't really care as long as it gets the air moving. As long as it's spinning, actually. You can hear the hum now that it makes. I love that. Also, I think that is typical of cast spinners, that they do typically make that nice pronounced hum. With each revolution it makes, it hums. Although I have a feeling that half of this video is going to be upside down, because the rest of my stuff is all upside down except for my video. That's weird. This has never happened before. Let me try something. Whatever. Hopefully it'll work. Okay, now let's show you with the light on. Oops. Okay, there it is on low with the light on. I think that buzzing sound is just the CFL. Okay, and that sound is my dad running the water in the sink, so turn it off, and I'll stop it with my hand. Now let's go ahead and flip. Well, let's first turn the light out. Let's go ahead and flip the reverse switch to reverse. And this time, let's start it up on low. So this is a low in reverse. See if I can get you to hear the hum it makes again. If they'd ever shut up downstairs. Okay, my dad just went downstairs. Okay, now I should be able to hear it. Okay, yeah, I love that. Now let's turn it up to medium. Okay, so there's medium. And once again, the hum is still there. And the clicking from the styrofoam. It's not, it's more of a screeching. Let's fix that. Oh, great, I just made it worse. Okay, so there's medium. I am feeling some air blowing this way. I guess that's because it's sucking the air down and blowing it at the floor out this way. Okay, and finally, high speed. I'll show you with the light on again. There's high in reverse with the light on. That switch housing is wobbling like crazy now. Actually, the whole motor is. The blades aren't that out of balance, which I was really surprised about, considering that when I got it, she left it on her porch with the blades still on it, and she had it so that the blades were kind of facing the ground, or like bending on the ground. And then plus I had to stuff it in my trunk, and I had to bend the blades in all sorts of wacky ways to get it to fit in there. So I'm really surprised that the blades aren't any more out of balance. They aren't that bad, actually, at least. Okay, there's the light off. Now, let's turn it off. I'll spin it down in part 2. I'm not gonna spin it down long because this video is already long enough. Oh wait, it's on medium. I did that with my, I think I did that with my hugger video. Pulled it once and it was on medium. But anyway, so that's let me see if I forgot anything to mention. Nope, I don't think so. So that is the Codep Stratoline /EM series ceiling fan, copy of the Hunter Comfort Breeze in antique brass with stencil blades. Look for part 2 coming soon, hopefully, once I get the test mount. And in that video, I'll spin it down and show it on both directions. So, thank you for watching and have a good day. And more to come.